the largest group of adhesion adherents in the history of quarter-mile acceleration competition is converging on the hospitable city of Kansas City, Missouri for the second annual NHRA National Drag Championships. The entrants, all of whom support the candidate who once said, "What this country needs is a low elapsed time and 2 dragsters in every garage," are pouring in from all sections of the country. The committees in charge of registration, technical inspection, and classification are really hustling, processing over 350 cars in the 3 days before Labor Day. After receiving their credentials at the registration booth, the competitors proceed down the street. That's right, a city street was blocked off by the KC Police Department to ensure enough room for the tremendous task of checking a large number of entries. As I was saying, they proceed down the street to the technical inspection and weigh-in area. Drag racing is basically an acceleration test for 1/4 of a mile. Therefore, in addition to the engine size and body type, weight becomes a very important factor in the ultimate performance of a car entered in a drag contest. Realizing this importance, the National Hot Rod Association, co-sponsors of this and many other drag events, has pioneered classification rules that take into consideration all 3 of these factors. These rules, using weight, displacement, and body type to determine the competition class of each vehicle, are accepted throughout the country as the fairest way to solve a difficult problem. The technical inspection is another feature of the pre-competition check that the NHRA and its members can be proud of. Speed with safety is to some an impossible goal, but organized hot rodders have and are continuing to achieve it 52 weeks of the year. Let's watch a group of the technical committee inspect this dragster, beginning with a checklist that leaves nothing to memory. The true hot rodder is not concerned with speed alone. He is proud of his mechanical ability and ingenuity and welcomes the chance to prove them before his fellows and the general public. You will see many fine examples of this mechanical aptitude during this meet. After the inspection is completed satisfactorily, the entrant is sent to classification, the last step before competition. Here, by dividing the engine's displacement into the car's weight with the use of a slide rule, the number is reached that will allow the committeeman to properly classify the car. Then this information is added to the entry number and it's ready to try the KC drag strip. All 352 of the registered cars have to go through this entire procedure, but with plenty of room and a production line operation, this tremendous task is being accomplished with surprising speed and efficiency. If this job runs as fast as that 6, it will really move. Every time a car is okayed, it seems another is just arriving. Dave Marcus's fine roadster from Ventura, California, is ready to tip the scales. Those that have advanced to the strip itself, located about 2 miles from the blocked-off street, are lined up, eager to run. The meet got off to a fast start when on his first run, Calvin Rice set a new national elapsed time record of 9.9 seconds. This by the second is expected to give Rice his greatest competition during the meet. Reed and Maller's potent little A-class competition coupe has started. The J.E. Riley specialist pushed back to the pits with Rice still at the wheel. Bob Rogers gets off the line. Time, 131.77. A Crosley body with a Corvette engine. Rogers built the Olds Power Wing tank in Muncie, Kansas. Saturday morning, the competitors are leaving the pits and heading for the starting line again. I don't know where he's going, but I'm pretty sure it's not to the starting line. Nowhere in the world can you find a greater variety of shapes than at a hot rod get-together. Man, they really come up with some new looks. This one's called the Flying Wedge. Along more conventional lines is the very quick Weeks & Noble's B-Class Modified T Roadster. Punch is supplied by a fuel-injected DeSoto V8. This forward look not only gives the driver extra protection, but gave the Purple Beauty her name, the Glass Slipper. Under the hood is a Chevy V8. And still another shape, Jack Moss's Texas-built, Dodge-powered Ramblin' Ram. It looks like the Ram has butted out a few teeth on the rear end gears. The Austin-bodied, long-nosed Wreath and Mallard Coupe is a top competitor around Southern California strips. And now we get a chance for a look at last year's national champion while it's standing still. Its big Chrysler V8 is supercharged through a 671 GMC Roots blower. That's the engine builder, Doug Hartelt, in the cockpit. The custom automotive team from Dallas, Texas. And now for a classic example of American ingenuity, the famous Green Monsters. The Arfons brothers from Akron, Ohio, are top proponents of the no substitute for cubic inch school. The Ranger aircraft engine. This one is an even greater example of the might makes right group. The Allison develops over 1,400 horsepower with 1,710 cubic inches, and in its past may have flown over El Alamein or Iwo Jima. As a matter of fact, the entire car is a mechanical offspring of World War II. The running gear was originally part of an Army truck. The car has both front and rear-wheel drive. The big universal joints are connected to an even huskier clutch assembly, which is bolted to the huskiest thing of all, the engine. Another dragster has been spitting teeth off the rear end, but owner Mel Heath from Rush Springs, Oklahoma, just about has a replacement ready to go. Somehow, I can't help feeling this isn't what Crosley had in mind when they built this body. Late in the day, the Riley specialist brought out to try once more for top time of the day. Driver Rice is ready. And he starts the blown bomb. Lindley's misfire has top time so far at 151 flat. But now Rice has it, 151.51. Auden Customs T-Bird takes off. Sunday morning, the two top dogs so far, Rice and Hartelt, discussed their chief concern at the moment, Ken Lindley and his dragster, just arriving for the day's competition. The pits are humming with activity. This is the final day for qualifying runs, and record runs will be made this afternoon. For many, this means it's time for a new brew. The reason being it's better to be first with an engine that's slightly melted than to be last with one in perfect condition. You can almost smell it. Lindley's misfire has the hood off, and we get our first opportunity to see what gives it go. Attached to the front of the crank is what's getting to be a familiar sight, a 671 GMC supercharger, which pushes the compressed air through these tubes into a fuel injection manifold and then into the Chrysler V8. If all this doesn't work out and there's an explosion, this spring-loaded pop-off valve should take care of it. We originally thought Kenny had constructed this mechanical masterpiece at his home in Southern California, but apparently it's one of those imported cars. Not only has this mean attracted them from most of the 48, it's even lured one from the territories. No fooling, this car and crew came all the way from Honolulu. That took a bit of doing. Now the hot rod version of the Santa Fe Chief rolls by. Here's a little job its owner can be very proud of. The goldenrod from Omaha, Nebraska. Under the hood, a beautiful, clean Oldsmobile engine. At the starting line, the Honolulu boys, who traveled 8,600 miles to get here, are ready to add one more quarter mile to it. At 118 miles an hour. The Arpons boys are trying to get the monster back in the 150 mile an hour bracket, but lost the clutch on this run and are out of competition. Now the record run. Hildebrand leads off. And it's a new record, 108.17 in B Street Roadster. Stafford and Shore's record of 104 held up in A Street Roadster. Leroy Lucky from Dallas, Texas. 113 miles an hour, not quite enough. The top cars in each class are allowed about 3 tries for a new record. Look at that rubber burn. A new record for Dale Hartong of Akron, Ohio, 119.68. A gas dragster gets away. Lyndall White from Amarillo makes a try. The Dodge-powered job turns 115.60 miles per hour. Langley and Holbrook's Needle Nose Special. This is the car we followed through inspection when it arrived. Time, 1:23. The starter is literally kept jumping. A car leaves the line about every 20 seconds. Reith and Mallard's B competition coupe gets the record. 123.11. Groves Texaco Special. A beautiful 32 Roadster. Misses the record with a time of 118.42 miles per hour. Representing the Oahu Timing Association, the Honolulu Coupe just misses the record. At the line, Dave Marcus in his prize-winning Roadster. The Arden-powered beauty sets a new record in B-Hot Roadster. 124.82. Another California Roadster. The Weeks and Noble Modified turns a terrific 134.93 for its new record. Miss Bar misses at 150. The stock car and sports car eliminations are being run in conjunction with the record run. Bob Alsands returns the beautiful supercharged dragster to the line for another try. As a couple of sports cars have it out. A blown Thunderbird takes off. Now Rice in the Riley Special tries and makes good a new national record, 152.28 miles per hour. The Motor Monitors Club pushed back 2 of their machines. Preparing for their next run, Ken Lindley checks the blower outlet while the crew changes plugs. Kessler and Camel's unique sedan has a cross-mounted Olds engine in the rear. A Fiat body and a Chrysler engine get together. A Corvette jumps away from the supercharged Thunderbird. Now it's the big day, Labor Day, and Elimination Day for all the competition machines. Everyone is eagerly anticipating the battles ahead that will decide the national drag champions in each class. A dark horse in the form of Melvin Heath has cropped up for the dragster title. Although his speeds are below 145 miles an hour, his elapsed times have been consistently in the 10-second bracket. But we'll soon know. Right now it's get ready time. Misfire gets a new set of spark plugs. The glass slipper gets a little more air pressure. Detail and at times extravagant striping has become a great hot rod fad. This design on the nose of the slipper is an excellent example. Already holding A and B competition records, the Reith and Mallard crew have high hopes of an elimination sweep too. This is the nose of their other coupe. Co-sponsor SoCounty Mobile Oil Company is on hand for the convenience of the gas burners. And the nitromethane membership voted it's time to pour some more. This is a real convertible. The entire body comes off in one piece. The Raven has turned 115 on gas with its Dodge engine. In addition to the beautiful trophies, there are several special awards to be given. A terrific example are the complete overhead V8 engines being donated by American Motors, Chevrolet, Chrysler, DeSoto, Dodge, Mercury, Oldsmobile, Plymouth, and Pontiac. The engines are to be awarded to the fastest time in any class except stock using these engines. The eliminations begin. There are so many contestants that it wouldn't be practical to show every drag. So we will just show the final trophy run between the top two in each class. B competition coupes drag for the trophy. Coming from behind, Reith and Mallard. A-class competition coupes. But trouble strikes Reith and Mallard's other car. And Wayne Mertens goes on to win at 100.78 miles per hour. It was a tough break for the record-holding 128-mile-an-hour machine. Now the first dragster go. And we're watching the clock. Misfire pulls away from the glass slipper. You've just seen a new all-time drag speed record, 159.01 miles per hour. His ET was 10.39 seconds. Two mighty happy individuals, driver Al Sense and builder Lindley. We asked Kenny why the sudden jump in speed, and he showed us. The new hood, run for the first time at this meet, was choking off the air intake on the blower. They cut it away, and well, you saw what happened. Next, the dark horse against last year's champion. And Heath holds on to his lead to win over Rice. Well, oh yes, Misfire returns to the starting line. A-class altered coupes for the trophy. And Grimes from Phoenix takes it at 116. Street roadsters now. With Stafford and Shore's six-cylinder Chev taking it. A-class roadster, and Hartong's red one is first. The officials in the control tower, timers, recorders, and announcer Bud Evans are doing an outstanding job. Chuck Adams' dragster takes the needle nose for A-class open gas trophy. A trophy winner on parade. Entries from Canada and Hawaii have it out. Two beauties get together. But trouble rears its head again. Grove's transmission blows, and Marcus goes on to victory at 126 miles per hour. There goes a bunch of happy Hawaiians. Unfortunately, everyone can't win. And still another drag. Clarkson's Bright Modified takes this one. Watch the car on the left. Bob Rogers' machine is just no match for the hard-charging Heath. This one can fool you. That Model A coupe has a supercharged Olds in it, and it takes the trophy. The top eliminator, an A-class modified roadster, passes in review before the huge crowd. Two more gas class jobs have a go. The B-class modified roadster drag. And Weeks and Noble add another trophy to their medal, 135.54. You can't get away from it. Texas, that is. From Whittier, California, the short blocks win B open gas. Next, Alsace and Heath. This is it. Leads out of the chute as misfire begins to gain slowly. At the starting line, the crews hear it announced. Heath by a wheel. The man from Oklahoma had won with a time of 1:44, but his elapsed time had been 10.26 seconds. That's what pays off in drag racing, consistency. He's congratulated by everyone, including the man he beat, Bob Alsam. Wow! Double wow! What else can I say? Let's just stare, huh? Oh. Incidentally, the one you're looking at is starlet Barbara Huffman, who's here to congratulate the winners. The one you haven't been looking at is Wally Parks, president of NHRA and, you're not paying attention, an editor of Hot Rod magazine. Oops, here it comes again. And now the spectators get a break. Oh well, back to racing. The elimination winners in each class will now pair off until there's only one left, the national champ. Jim Noble is lined up against Heath. It's the unbeatable purple job again. Jim has done a great job in the Weeks and Noble Modified, sweeping his class. And now the last two for top eliminator. And it's Heath again. What a show he's put on. At the starting line, Ken Lindley receives a drum of nitro for the fastest time of the meet. And what a meet! 17 new national records and a new national quarter-mile drag champion, Melvin Heath of Oklahoma.